Call received, emergencies, yes or no. Code 2, code 1 or other. Response, protocols or protocols. Communication, the Ouija board. Hello and welcome to Was It Worth Buying, and this is a double one. This is for Ghostbusters Steelbooks and Ghostbusters the vinyl. Now this has been inspired by recent events of Ghostbusters 2. Keeps getting put back. I've had my order cancelled twice now. Hi Dave, you're right. We've been teased a few times, and obviously Ghostbusters Afterlife is on the cards, and a couple of years ago we had Ghostbusters, now known as Answer the Call. So we're going to talk briefly about that. Now, I will apologise, this is very unplanned. It's essentially a throwaway. It's boiling outside, but as you look around the room you might notice a lot of things of Ghostbusters, VHS's, figures, fucking terror dogs and all kinds of shits and dizzles. Some really cool stuff knocking around. Always remember buying Ghostbusters as a kid and thinking that the woman at the front let the ghosts out. And I have revisited Ghostbusters in the past. Ghostbusters was a tribute, but there's so many different covers of Ghostbusters, and in my collection, when we talk about Blu-ray, Ghostbusters got a blue release. Sony's always dead quick to jump on new formats, I think. I mean, obviously Blu-ray was Sony's format, but they just seem to drop stuff out without giving it much. Coined the logo, so it's now got two fingers out. You know, nice blue, masked it in 4K. So this is what I had in the collection. So essentially, was it worth buying not one but two steelbooks? And just to give you a shout out there, look, masked it in 4K. That's what I was talking about. So this is essentially a Blu-ray, masked it in 4K, very limited run. And I purposely bought that from a Ghostbusters tribute years ago. It's just the first one. I haven't seen many of these around. It's like the super bits that they brought out. You know, they were very, very short-lived. Right, so I'm just going to walk here and grab the steelbooks. So there's 4 steelbooks off the shelf. Now originally I bought that, and I think that is one of the nicest steelbooks I brought out. It's a gift though. It really should have a protector on it. It's nice matte black, old school logo, Ghostbusters, and on the back more of a Puss Bucket Stay Push Marshmallow Man rocking up the scene on the back there. Should have done this in the hallway. Got a massive Stay Push Marshmallow Man in the hall, haven't I? Inside though was a proper disappointment, as I've talked about this in the past. Dark as fuck red. You literally have got to go, oh aye. In the light it tints alright, and then the disc itself, I mean, bear in mind, I mean, it is what it is, but not in a booklet. I think this is about 10 quid. This is a very early steelbook, and that was totally worth buying. So then, could you justify buying another steelbook of that? Now, there you go. Ghostbusters got released. Oh no, there we go. Come on, Stephen. Come on, Stephen. Get the halogen light. Gotta go. Get the ghosts. I do remember some of the Ghostbusters stuff when there was like, I put overlays and ghosts and stuff. There's Hyra. Jock. Is this guy called Jock? And he signed in there. Amazing artwork. Really good artwork. Spooky ghosts. 3 Ghostbusters on the front of the library scene. The library ghost. The library ghost is there. Peeking up there, but never really had a good Ghostbusters display. Hyra's just popped her head around. Disappointing though, and this is where I feel it was rushed. The logo inside, the inside, they've changed the disc, so the disc looks exactly like it does with a double pack. Nothing inside, in just very odd choice of colour. I don't think that really benefits it, and that was a massive letdown. I think they kind of rushed that, and then if you hadn't got Ghostbusters 2, the only way to get it was in the box set until they released this. And still they haven't released Ghostbusters 2 on its own on Blu-ray. I love this. It's a river of slime! Now, Winston is missing from all 3. No, he's not actually. Winston's on that one. So that is one of the most bitchin' ass steelbooks ever. Now, I have nearly parted with this twice. Me and Paul Ray got in an argument. He wanted to buy these off us, and I didn't think. These weren't much. These were about $14.99 when they first came out. But again, I mean, look at this one. This goes back to us. That is so badly, like, chopped and slopped. What a disappointment that was. I didn't get a bit more light on it. The discs as well. It's this blue. It's but again, them on the shelf looked awesome. But it essentially wasn't worth buying the first one. But then if you buy the second one as a Ghostbusters fan, you kind of need the first one, and that's how that came around. So I've always had that, and kind of was. So it's a bit judgment call, because then Z to the Eye got involved in this, and Z to the Eye bought the exclusive rights to the new Ghostbusters. The Ghostbusters called Answer the Call. Now there we go, boom, Answer the Call. Now I do have this on standalone. This is the 3D version. Same artwork, so it's the same guy. And I tell you what, they made the effort with this one. First off, you get attacked by loads of discs. Bonus disc, 3D disc, and just the presentation inside, it's very similar, but they've just put that extra effort on the logo. The logo's in colour, so there's no reason for that logo not to be right inside them. And it's nicely chopped and, you know, edge faded down, and looks really good. So hats off to them for that. This wasn't cheap. There's Hyra, the dog, the terror dog, and lovely artwork. You've got Ecto 1 on the back, of their version of Ecto 1, spooky ghosts, and like revisiting Ghostbusters. I think Answer the Call, yes, it got a lot of hate, but you got to look at what they were trying to do. I mean, I put a review out because it came out over here before America, and I woke up and I must have had 10,000 views on this video, and I was like, and it was just a trend of people just fucking hate mail, and I was like, Howie, man, do you know what I mean? I was like, you don't even know me, you know what I mean? And like, I'm just saying what I thought of the film at first glance, and it's always the ones where they don't have like a picture, it's just a letter, and like such and such says blah, 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 and you go on and like they've got no videos to comment back, and it's like, well, that's not very fair, is it? But again, I think with Ghostbusters Answer the Call, revisiting it, it looks amazing. They know that they do respect the original a little bit. There's little Slimers in there, you got Safehouse making a little cameo. The cast from the original turn up. The Wade House Weavers just lost in the end credits and stuff like that. But they were all in it. They had fun. You know, it's a bit foul-mouthed. It was a girl's version run on the back end of Bridesmaids. It's where the money is. And again, where the third one was. Because obviously I've just bought the video game again on PlayStation 4. So the video game is essentially a missing chapter in the Ghostbusters anthology. And that's mint game. You got all the cast, the original voices, a great script. It's a shame that they missed out the shark. There was a bit where the shark was going around and the city, and they actually cut that scene. But it was great. And they're missing there. But you can't like, give it there, and especially when the lightning bolts of the plasma guns go flying off the screens and stuff like that. And yeah, it is what it is, and it was what it was. And hopefully everyone's put their hands up and said, right, now we'll get Afterlife, and then this will just get discarded. Hence why it's been added Answer the Call. So, in the outtakes, I will come back and I will have a peek at the vinyl. That's the one. See you soon.
Now who's smiling? Now who's smiling? Now who's smiling? Now who's smiling?
Oh, that was creepy. The fucking head nut was from Fifth Element. I was like, what's that noise? The three of them going. Look. Yeah, that was terrifying. Right, okay, so here in the outtakes, it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter. Ghostbusters vinyl. Dun dun dun! Okay, so basically this came out of the blue at nowhere at work. Ghostbusters, there's a lot of vinyls I've spoken about recently, like Thundercats. Why is that not available on vinyl? Why is stuff like The Descent not available on vinyl? Because you look at stuff like coming out and you look, why is Sound of Music coming out again, where you can get Sound of Music in every charity shop? You know, it's one of the most common ones out in South Pacific. But then you look at other soundtracks that have been like completely lost in the shadows until now, and like few are coming out, but then you look around, you just look around and go, hang on. Like The Thing, I mean, that was come and gone. But just scores, you know, when you go, right, why is that not a score? Why is that not available? But then you get quirky ones like Freak comes out, but Freak's not available in the UK anymore. Where's Pump Up the Volume on vinyl? Broken Arrow. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you look on Z to the Eye and you go, why the fuck's that got a vinyl for when the film's not available? Anyway, off that round. So this came along, boom, bang, and I'll always give a massive shout out to Dave Byrne, because Dave Byrne went, do you want this? And back catalogue new release normally goes out on a Thursday, and has he fucking rights to her. Paul Ray was like, we only ever had 2 copies of this in, so that's why there's a bit of a massive rush for Ghostbusters 2 on vinyl, because like, everyone's just like pre-order, and like the soundtracks haven't been available. The second one is only one vinyl. It is a clear vinyl with purple splatter on, obviously the slime from the movie. But this is the original movie picture score without any Ghostbusters on it, so it doesn't have like the fucking march along song. And then Emma Bernstein's the one to do this. Very jazz, very upbeat. Do 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 do. Goes on for 4 sides. Ghostbusters theme, the library, Venkman, hello, the best one in the row. Get Her, the plan, Dana's theme, fridge and the sign, attack, client, Dana's apartment, same problem, we've got one. Zool, part 1, the meeting, 1. I respect you, you bought a dog, yes I did, that was Hyra. Zool part 2, steel drum, cross rip, news, judgment day, mistake, halls, bedroom trap, meeting 2, earthquake, stairwell, Goza, let's go, we're going to save the world, Mr. Stave Push, final battle finish, Zool, the album version. And on the back, all the cast down there, Ghostbusters retro sign. It's really interesting with Ghostbusters. You know, you look at the movies that made us, and they're all about like filming it as Ghostbusters or Ghostbusters, and they were filming it all different ways, or Ghost Breakers, and all these weird things, because there was an original Ghostbusters. And you look at it and go, fucking hell, like the world could have been so different. You know, Eddie Murphy was going to be it and not. And I shit you not, when you're like, again going back to them, I remember being devastated because like on the first one, going back to the Blu-rays, new special editions, like on the first one, there's an audio commentary, but it's not on the Blu-ray. Oh, that might not be. So like they did this weird thing where they literally green screen the cast sitting in the corner looking up at the film, but then they didn't do it for Ghostbusters 2. And it's like, if you got the cast together and like are going to do the audio commentaries, you'd think, do them both on the same day. You know, don't, oh, we'll do another one in another week. Right, see you later. But yeah, right, back to the vinyl. So I've listened to this quite a few times, and I listened to it recently and I thought, shit you not, I should have done. Was it worth buying? Because this is totally worth buying. First off, this feels weird, but it feels lush. The print is glossy as fuck, but it's like, it's not cheaply made, I don't think. I got Bram Stoker's Dracula yesterday, and although that's nicely glossy, you can feel tenderness with it. This is just got a lovely print to it, lovely material, and when you open it up, it's got fucking Stave Push, Marshmallow Man, Pterodog, Slimer, Dan Aykroyd, you know what I mean, showing some love for Ernie Hudson finally. As I say, it's a gatefold, didn't come with a DLC code, and there we go, they'll come out like that. This glows like a motherfucker in a UV, so that's going to be the extra outtake. They're all kind of like, I would imagine, unique, because I've seen a few different versions of this. Obviously when you see it advertised online to buy, the splats, but obviously they'll just be spinning away and a drop of ink chucked on them. You know what I mean? So they will be quite unique. Get an art card of the guys in there. That's a really cool print as well. It's really cool when you get a vinyl where you can frame it. Like, I know a lot of people get vinyls and go, right, I'm going to frame the album, and like, can you not look inside and see like kind of cool artwork? Like, I've got the Burbs and Kong, Skull Island framed from the inner, because the artwork's class. It's absolutely class. Falls out, all the credits there, which is pretty cool. So they've made the effort. Obviously no DLC, which again is pretty much a shame. That's just going to float down there till it's finished. That one as well. Here's the other one. Wasn't much this. It's definitely around the 25 mark. Just say these really glow really well. Side A, side B, that's as well. Clearly, like, I put the Burbs on the other day, because I think the Burbs is my favourite soundtrack. And even I'll keep putting the Burbs on the wrong way around. It's really cool when the side A, side B, or face, you know, some places use face, but when they don't really, like, they've got the track list and don't say even in brackets this side, so at least you can listen to a score ongoing. So right, so that's totally worth buying. I haven't seen it since we've got a second copy in. I haven't done my research to see how much it is online. I really want the second one. I will not pay overprices for it. As I say, it's not coming out for a while again. As I say, it's been cancelled. I'm more interested in tracking down X-Files. So see again though, when I was talking about ranting on, going, X-Files, like, I recently watched the entire series. Fucking over the moon with it. The music is mint, and it's like, why has that never been available on vinyl? It's like it gets you when it's like when a film came out in the vinyl era for it not to have a vinyl. Do you know what I mean? It's just fucking weird as shit. I'm just again having Bad Boys on vinyl. Why is that? The score though. Not like Mercy, 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 none of that. The score. Because the score to Bad Boys is amazing. And that's just never been released. Should be released. The Rock. Just that era of music. Armageddon. Like the scores. I mean, Armageddon's one of the biggest ones. But I'm talking about vinyls, you know. So it's worth buying the vinyl for definite any Ghostbusters fan. It does not have Who You Gonna Call on it. It's the score. Steelbooks. The original black one, definitely. I think it's nice. And as I say with the new ones, is you're a collector there. But again, it's getting all free. I mean, they have been reissued twice. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like there's been a lot of companies. I don't know what band it was, but it was a band recently who basically went down all the people on eBay and cancelled the orders because they were like upping up the price and had a pre-order in there, and people are paying for that to get the dibs on, and you've got robots going right trying to find it. And the band were really cool to go, nah, like if you want, we want our fans to have stuff, and that's fucking awesome. I'm sorry, I don't know who the band is, but like what I'm going to talk about here is the John Carpenter collection. I've got all 4 John Carpenters, right? I've got the Escape from New York, I've got The Fog, They Live, and then Prince of Darkness. And anyone who's a massive fan of that knows that Prince of Darkness for a while wasn't going to come out. It got delayed, and then if you didn't really pre-order it, you didn't get your hands on it. They made a very limited batch of it, and that was the Four Amigos. And you go, right, I'm happy to have that. I've got a John Carpenter collection down there. It's there. I would never sell it on. It's mine. And the soundtracks have been in the car and all kinds of shit. And they're bringing them back out. And I've seen people go, fucking can't believe they're bringing these fucking back out. And you go on eBay and they've got them on for fucking £200 for the set and above or beyond, you know what I mean? And you're like, right? This, the eBay markup prices, and it's just like, for fuck's sake. Like, the steelbooks are back out, you know, as a sort. But again, now, so Paul Ray was like, well, they're running $6.99 on eBay. I think, shut up, Paul. Do you want to buy them or not? He never did buy them. Right, so that's been a massive rant. Get me money's worth out of here. Ghostbusters advert. Protected by the Ghostbusters. Oh, I'm going to be a rookie. I should actually get that. I might actually get that put on me jacket I always wear. Make some use out of this book box set. But for now, I'm Stephen Mason. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.
Yeah, you forgot about the outtake of it glowing in the dark.
Yeah, I forgot about the outtake glowing in the dark, and check out the Glenn Malpass music video on the wall there. There's Dave Bush, Marshmallow Man. Right, let's knock some lights out and get the UV light on. Okay, this is the final outtake, as I say. I will obviously, unfortunately, don't have the music on for copyright, but it's pretty glowing, like, as I say, just a little blob there. It'd be pretty cool if it was a splatter, but really cool in UV light, especially with it being clear as well. So thanks very much for watching. I'm going to listen to it now. Goodbye for now.